Hello guys and welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to talk about all the class changes for patch 8.2 so far. I mean the official release notes have not been, or patch notes has not been released yet, but I mean WoW has pretty much got all the changes in a big bundle, so they are pretty sure they know what it's going to be. Of course Blizzard can change something last moment, so keep in mind this is like 90% sure, so there will be like 10% changes probably, but most of the things you will see here right now is like the main thing. So what it looks like is that melee is getting a big buff, arms warriors is going to dominate PvP and it looks like Druid is still going to be the best healer also PvP. So interesting changes, but let's go directly into it and see what it's all about. So the first one is Frost Death Knight. So we can see here Frost Death Knight. The only change for Frost Feather is chance to generate unique power is increased to 30, diminishing beyond the first target. On Frost Feather, Frost Strike is getting a little damage buff. So from 27 attack power to 31, plus 27 to 31. So a little attack buff. On Killing Machine, the RPPM increased from 1 to 1.5 to 4.5. And Runic Empowerment, where you have a chance for getting an extra instantly rune, is getting from 1.5 to 2. So Frost Death Knight is getting, I mean, it's a small buff. The little sad thing is that Breath of Sandragosa is actually getting a little nerf. Before it actually said deals reduced damage to secondary target, you will continue breathing, or you cancel the effect. Deals reduced damage to secondary targets or generate 2 runes at the start and the end. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it will deal a little bit less damage, but we actually get 2 runes in the start and the end. That's okay. Okay. And then they have some big kind of explanation here for why. But I mean, that's okay. This one here, the Ice Cap, is a big change. So your Frost Strike, Frostcut, and Obliterate critical strikes reduce the remaining cooldown of Pillar of Frost, normally by 1 second, but it's now going to change it to 3 seconds. I think this is going to be the meta talent in PvE now. Not sure about PvP, but PvE definitely. PvP challenge, Chill Strike, deals up to 6, now 0% of the target's total health and frost damage and reduce their movement speed by 70. Chill Strike bounce up to 9 times between closest targets. Okay, so they are actually nerfing it so it doesn't deal damage anymore. Oh, they are removing Chill Streak from the game, and then they adding a new one down here. So they removed this one here and add a new one. Deals 100% of attack power frost damage to the target and reduce their movement speed. Chill Streak bounce. Okay, so instead of it actually deal damage depending on total health, it now just deals 100% of the attack power. Oh, okay, I see. Because this one here could actually be pretty strong against tanks and so on. But now it's just your attack power, so it's the same damage no matter who you play against. Okay, I see. Unholy. Fix the bug that cost Army of Goals from Army of Dead or collects energy to benefit double from haste. To compensate, Army Gold base damage has been increased by 6. Okay, so they fixed a bug that probably made us stronger, but they also gave us a little buff. That's okay. Div Coil damage is going from 33 to 50. That's actually pretty fun because Unholy right now, I mean PvP, Unholy Death Knight is like one of the most craziest damage dealers right now. I mean they can train any healer and kill them, and now they're getting huge buff. But again, I think Blizzard is focusing on PvE in this game and not PvP, so that's probably why they're doing this change, but who knows. So they're getting from 33 to 50. That's a big deal. Festering Strike is getting a 15% increase in damage. Ouch. Well, that's a lot. Festering Wands is from 20 to 23. Nothing here. Scourge strike from 30 to 34 and from 60 to 90. Ouch. I mean, if I thought my Death Knight dealt a lot of damage in PvP, I mean, I'm going to be insane in next patch. Ow, ow, ow. Before the claw from your pet dealt 30% attack power. Now it's 0.6 added to attack power and added to physical damage. Tooltip more clearly indicates 30% of the pet AP, which is 60% of the players. All damage on. Okay, so nothing changed. Tooltip more clearly indicates all damage unchanged. Okay. And they also changed the talent Clawing Shadows from dealing 40% damage to 46. So above. Spells in common. Okay, so they just fixed. So instead of it called Runeforge with a space, it's now one word. Awesome. Demon Hunters. So right now in PvP, Demon Hunters is insane. I mean, maybe you don't see anyone on leaderboards, but the damage is like crazy. PvE, I'm not sure. Slash your target, blah blah blah. So a nerf here, 1% nerf, 2% nerf. Increase your what? So they're nerfing this spell, but then they're doing so all our damage spells is actually now dealing our increase your cast damage by 14 instead of 12. So I guess even this we actually just got a buff. And then they also nerfed this one here, but I still think it's in total it's a buff because of this one here. So they're making our mastery much more worth. Interesting. Vengeance. So the tank. Okay, the Vengeance tank right now in Battle for Azeroth is the worst tank right now for Mythic Dungeons. So hopefully this will make them shine, because you don't see any Demon Hunter tanks right now. You tend to reduce all damage taken by 15. Is that what is that? Oh, scheiße. So now we're just passively reducing all damage by 15 instead of 10, and armor increased by 100 instead of 80. Whew. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I mean, that's a huge buff in. Demon Spike is getting a nerf. So instead of 85%, it's 60 now. But I guess that's fine when, I mean, we get all this. So that's kind of fine. Metamorphosis, transformed to a demon form, blah blah blah. Increases maximum health normally by 30, now 50. And armor by 200 instead of 100. Ouch. Metamorphosis just got very, very, very dangerous. Oh. And now she generates a 20 additional pain and 1 additional soul, lesser soul fragment. Wow. Okay, Metamorphosis just got a big buff. Wow. This increased the self-healing potential of Metamorphosis as well as the health buffer, making it more reliable major cooldown against all type of damage. Soul Cleave is now dealing, instead of 41, it's dealing 58%. I think they forgot the dot here because it's not going to be 5,000. So 58. Okay, so that's a big damage buff to Soul Cleave. Well, Demon Hunter tanks, welcome back. Welcome back. Definitely welcome back. Druids, balanced druid, they are removing this, increase the duration of Starfall by 100, but may only have 1 active. Okay, so they just removed that PP talent. Okay, no changes to fawns. Why are the fawns on this list then? Feral druids now have visible passive learned at level 22. that allow remove corruption and soothe to be cast in cat form. Oh, okay, so you can now as a feral druid use remove corruption and soothe in cat form. That's pretty cool. And then they changed freedom of the herd. Your stamping raw clears all the root, blah blah blah. Removed level requirement. Okay. Guardian druids now have a visible passive learned at level 10 that allows soothe, remove corruption, moonfire, and rebirth to be cast in bear form. I mean, I'm pretty sure they already could cast moonfire. Oh, we could already do this, but they didn't show us we could do it, but now they actually show us we can do it. Okay. Okay. Specialization. So a new frenzied restoration just got new. Frenzied restoration is healing increased by frenzied Frenzied restoration healing is increased by 33%. Awesome. Affected by Guardian of Elune, but not Mastery. Okay, so Mastery is not helping this self heal, but Mangle increased duration of your next arm fear. Okay. So our self healing as frenzied restoration just got a big buff. That's fine, 33%. Iron 4. Increase armor by 75. Increase armor. Blah, blah, blah. Cost change from 45 to 40. Now has a maximum of 8 stacks, up from 6. Maul. Okay, they'll also change the rage on this. That's cool. Restoration. Move level requirements. Soothe. Remove corruption, moonfire, rebirth is no longer castable in cat or bear form by default. Yeah, okay. So rest of druids will not be able to use these spells now. Oh no, I mean everyone was not able to use this in bear form or cat form. Only guardian druids can now do it in bear form, and only feral druids can now do it in cat form. Okay, I see. Spells. Shapeshifted to bear form, increasing armor by... that's a bug there, that's already... Okay, now generates 25 rage, up from 20. Okay. I'm not sure why they're showing this. Increase auto attack damage by... Is this a buff? I just think it's some kind of a buff. No, I don't think this is a buff. That would be an insane buff. This is a buff. That Mangle is going from 33% to 50. Generates 10 rage, so generates more rage. Balance Frail Mangle is also increasing damage. Also generate here. And our Trash is also dealing more damage for AoE. It's kind of nice. Hunters. Damage is now affected by Bestial Wrath. Okay, so now Barber's Shop is actually working from Bestial Wrath and didn't before. And that's why they're nerfing the damage a bit. And Survival is getting you and your pet's focus spending ability deal 16% increased damage instead of 30. Okay. High Explosive is getting a nerf. Mage. Glacial Spike is getting a nerf. Users report an unrecorded buff to coefficient of mastery eyesight by 15%, compensating for this change. Okay, so they don't really feel any change. It's just Blizzard that didn't know that this one is actually also increasing Glacial Spike. Neoglyphs, so you can actually make your pet, your elemental, look different. Okay. Touch of Fatality. Yeah, that's a new. Instead of it's not called Touch of Death anymore. Now it's Touch of Fatality. Instantly kills any creature under level 120 or players under 20% health. Name changed from Touch of Death to Touch of Fatality. Cost changed from 3 chi to none. Ooh, so it doesn't cost anything anymore. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Holy. Azeroth. Oh, Glimmer. The Glimmer spec. The legendary Glimmer spec. Glimmer of Light. Holy Shock leaves a Glimmer of Light on the target for 30 seconds. When you Holy Shock, all targets with Glimmer of Light are damaged by 400. Blah. Okay, so they nerfed the healing. So far we're not planning to heavily change, blah. Okay, so they just nerfed the healing a bit. They removed Unbound Freedom and made a new one. So before it actually increased movement speed by 30, but now Blessing of Freedom increased movement speed by 30 and you gain a Blessing of Freedom when cast on a friendly target. Oh, so now when you cast Blessing of Freedom with this one on, your friend is getting it, he runs faster, and also you are getting it. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. Discipline Priests. Discipline Priest Core Passive. Effect apply aura modifiers. Removed. Removed. Effect for apply aura modifiers. Modify damage and healing done. So normally they minus 90% of the damage and healing by Discipline Priestess. But they are removing that now. Smite, Shadow of Pain, Smite. What? Am I reading this wrong? Or so they are actually doing so Discipline Priestess healing and damaging 90% more? I'm not really sure if I'm reading this correctly. Maybe you guys in the chat can help me. Shadow of Pain away, blah blah blah, deals less damage. I mean, that makes sense. If that is correct, then it makes sense they nerf it. Remove prenumeration and replace previous version. Spell data indicate now. Okay, so this one here heals nervy targets within 20 yards. And this one is now and heals up to 4 injured allies. So instead of nervy targets, it's now just 4 allies. Shadow. Nerf. 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 Ouch. Rest in peace, Shadow. Rest in peace. Rogue. Azeroth. Increasing the chance of Sinner to strike again by instead of 2 to 5 and deals more damage. Okay, that was not much on Rogue. Elemental Shamans. Remove Lightning Lasso. Okay, so before it dealt damage of the person of the target's maximum health, but now it just grips stun and deals 700% of spell power. Okay. I don't like it with the maximum health. Just keep the spell power on. Just a hot fix, hot fix. Okay, that was not. Shamans is not getting really any changes. Endless Affliction. Your PP talents. For Affliction, your Unstoppable Affliction deals the same damage as normal, but its duration is increased by 6 seconds. Your Unstoppable Affliction remains dormant on the target for 10 seconds after it expires, increasing your damage deal to the target by 10. If dispelled, Endless Affliction deals damage to the dispeller and silence them. Okay, so you don't have this one anymore, but now it actually just when Unstoppable Affliction is done, it will leave a debuff on the target, so you deal 10% more damage to them. Okay. Demonology. Summon a demonic turret to increase the duration of all your current lesser demons. Okay, I think this is just again something added in the text. Oh, okay, this is an Azeroth trait. Your summon infernal cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds. Your summon infernal's cooldown. Okay, this is a new one, so they actually buff it, so you have lower cooldown. Summoning your infernal increases the damage of the next 8 chaos balls, and this is okay. So it's getting a nerf in damage, but lower cooldown on infernal. It's pretty cool. So let's see you arms warrior. Oosh. I mean, you don't really see any arms warrior on ladder boards in arena, but still, every time I meet them, they are like just top damage. So execute is getting a damage buff, mastery is getting a damage buff, mortal strike damage buff, slam damage buff, rend damage buff, protection. What? Avatar in okay. It's a what? Avatar increases the damage of thunderclap by 30 and reduces its cooldown by 50. Protection Warrior's burst DPS with Avatar is extremely high for a tank. This talent was adding more damage than necessary. Okay, I mean this is fine. The Protection Warrior is the best tank right now, so I guess that's okay to give them a you know, slap in the face. General Azeroth traits, racials. Remove all stun effects. This effect shares a 90-second cooldown with other similar effects. Okay, so that is actually all the class changes. Wow. Wow. Okay, not really any. Okay, I mean, Demon Hunter tanks got a big buff. Demon Hunter tanks got a big buff. Unholy Death Knight got a big buff. Frost Death Knight got a okay buff. Arms Warrior got a massive buff. I think that's everything. Yeah. So I mean, this is how it is. This is how we do it. Well, this is the class changes for patch 8.2. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, and well, thanks guys for watching. That was entertaining 22 minutes. So thanks guys for watching, and leave down a comment if you have any questions or you want to debate any of these changes, or maybe even tell me if I misread anything. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. And remember, next week is patch 8.2. So peace out and have a nice day.